Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. I'm back here with you with a brand new lesson of D4, chapter number 3, exercise 3B. This is my third lesson about this exercise, which is about the addition law of probability or mutually exclusive events. What are the mutually exclusive events and how to find the probability of mutually exclusive events? These are the questions which have to be really clear to all of my students. If students, you have missed the previous class or you are catching us late, you have to watch the previous lesson and the basic lessons, for which I'll give the link of the lesson in the description box, because the lessons of mathematics require the continuous integration and practice of the previous lesson with the new lesson. If the previous lesson is weak, the next link will also be weak. In this class, we will be playing with the standard pack of the cards as well. So this lesson will be becoming really interesting, so don't miss any part of this lesson. Okay, and let's move to basic level, question number 4. And let me read the question from the book. Question 4 says, the probability of the football team winning any match is 7 by 10 and the probability of losing any match is 2 by 15. What is the probability that the team wins or loses the particular match? Or the second part is the team neither wins nor loses the match. Okay, so let's begin and start the solution. This is the first part and this is the second part. The information which is given in the question is that probability of the football team winning the match is 7 by 10. Probability of winning is 7 by 10. Winning, okay, winning the match is 7 by 10. Let me change my pen. I'm not comfortable with this. 7 by 10. And probability of losing the match is 2 by 15. Now the first part says that the probability of a team wins or loses particular match. Probability of winning, wins or loses. S equals 2. Now here my students have to be really clear that OR means that we have to add up these two probabilities. So 7 by 10 is the probability of winning and the losing is 2 by 15. Now in this case the denominators are not same, so we have to take the LCM very carefully. LCM for 10 and 15 will be 2 will not be suitable. 5 2s are and 5 3s are. 5 3s are 15, 2s are 30. So 30 will be the LCM. So I have to write 30 here. Now see, 10 how many times is 30? 10 3s are is 30 and that 3 has to be multiplied by 7. 7 3s are 21 plus 15 2s are 30 and that will become 2s are 4. So this will become 21 plus 4, that will become 25 by 30. 25 by 30. And now at this stage I have to see if I can simplify my answer. I have to simplify this. Table of 5 is suitable for both numerator and denominator. 5 5s are and 5 6 are. So this will be 5 by 6. Probability of winning or losing the match is 5 by 6. And the next part is probability that the team neither wins or nor loses. Second part, probability that team neither wins nor loses. So we can see, look at the working pattern carefully, that either wins or loses, that the team wins or loses and neither wins or nor loses are disjoint events. They cannot happen at the same time. So what we can do is that we can find their probability by the complementary events, that 1 minus the probability of the previous part, 1 minus pi by 6, and this will give me 6 minus 5. Okay, here 6 minus pi by 6 is 1 by 6, and let me block my answer. I hope you are clear about this question, and let's move to question number 5. And first of all, let's read the question from the book. Question says, a card is drawn at random from the standard pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability of drawing a king or jack, a queen, or a card bearing the prime number. Then the next part says the card bearing the number that is divisible by 3 or 5, neither king nor jack. So before going to the solution of this question, it's really important to understand the dimensions of the standard pack of the playing cards. Here I have a standard pack of the playing cards with me, and if you can see that I have arranged the cards in the groups of 4s. And why I have arranged the cards in the groups of 4s, that is also important, that you can see that there are 2 colors basically in this pack, red and black. So a standard pack of cards contain total of 52 cards. And when we talk about the color-wise denominations, there are 2 color-wise denominations. One is red and one is black. Okay, and then we can see that these 52 cards are equally distributed in 4 parts. So how can we distribute these 52 cards equally in 4 parts? Means that we will have 13 cards of each color, or 26 cards, because 13 over here. So reds will have 26 cards, and blacks will also have 26 cards. Now color wise denominations are 2, red and black. Okay, and then when we talk about the suits, there are 4 suits. Under red we are having hearts and diamonds. Okay, hearts and diamonds. Hearts plus diamonds, they are red, and they are 13 each. And under blacks we have clubs and spades, and again they are 13 each. Okay, now I hope my students are really clear that a standard pack of the playing cards contain total how many cards? Total 52 cards, and there are the color-wise denominations, basically 2 color-wise denominations, which are red and black. And reds and blacks, let me count them in front of my students so that they can really understand. Look, this is king, queen, jack, third, fourth, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So if hearts have total of 13 cards, so same here for the diamonds we will be having 13 cards. For the clubs and spades, again we will be having 13 cards. And now if we look at each suit carefully, you can see that I am placing the pictured card at the top. So we have to be really clear that how many pictured cards will be there in each suit. Okay, if we look at hearts, the pictured cards are king, queen, and jack. So if hearts have 3 pictured cards, king, queen, and jack, same for the diamonds, we will have, and we are having 3 pictured cards. Okay, you can see that. Same for the clubs and spades, 3 pictured cards. And if we are having 3 pictured cards in each suit, 3 pictured card, in each suit, one suit, then total pictured cards will be 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, and 3 4s are 12. 3 4s are 12 pictured cards in the pack. I hope students you are really clear about the denomination and the arrangement of the cards in the standard pack of the playing cards. That a standard pack of the playing card contains 52 cards in total. Color-wise denominations are red and black, and reds are 26 and blacks are 26 as well. And reds are further divided in two suits, hearts and diamonds, and here blacks, clubs and spades. So in order to make this sum 52, hearts and diamonds both are 13 13, and same clubs and spades, and each suit has 3 pictured cards, that is king, queen and jack. King, queen and jack. These are the pictured card here. So if one suit is containing 3 pictured cards from here, and 3 pictured cards, 9, and total 12 pictured cards. Now I hope my students are really clear about the solution of this question, and let's move to the solution of the question and try to understand. Here we have performed the experiment, and we have checked that what is the denomination of this pack of the cards. Okay, now moving to the first part of the question, that a card is drawn at random from 52 cards. What is the probability of king or jack? Probability of picking up of a king or jack from the pack. Okay, now see how many kings are there in the whole pack. From each suit we are having how many kings and how many jacks. That is important. So kings, I'm placing the kings in front of my students. Let me keep the suits again over here. Okay, king, kings. Okay, king, and this is again king. Okay, 4 kings. Are you clear? And same 4 jacks. Jack, and then again jack, and then jack, and then again jack. So how many times we are getting the kings from the suit and from the pack, and how many times we are getting the jacks from this pack? So 4 by 52 and 4 by 52. I hope you are clear about this. So let me record my answer. Probability of king or jack. Probability of king or jack, 4 by 52. 4 by 52 plus 4 by 52. 4 by 52, which is equal to 8 by 52, and that can be 2 4s are and 2 26 times 2 2s are and 2 13s are 2 by 13. 2 by 13 is the answer for the first part, and let me please block this answer so that my students can understand the answer properly. Okay, then the next part says a queen or card bearing the prime number. A queen or card bearing prime number. This is the second part. Let me mark it here. Second part is probability of a queen or prime number, card bearing prime number, and prime number. Okay, now we have to see that how many queens will be there again in the whole pack. Let me bring it closer under the camera so that my students can see this clearly. So queen from here, queen from here, and queen from here, and queen from the fourth suit as well, This is Jack and Queen. Okay, so there will be total of 4 queens. So 4 queens. Okay, 4 by 52. 4 by 52, and then prime numbers. Now let me pick up one suit, complete suit, and if there are 4 kings, then there will be 4 queens in the pack, and then prime numbers. Let's talk about one suit and prime numbers. The cards with me are 2, 3, 4, and then 5, then 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are the cards. Now my choices has to be the prime numbers, so I can pick up one card. This is the second card. This is the prime number, and this is third prime number, and this is 4 prime numbers. So 4 prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, and 7. These are the prime numbers from the diamonds. So as we have total of 4 suits, so there will be total of
16 prime numbers with our
there are 4 suits, so 16 by 52, and the total will become 52. 4 plus 16, which is equal to 20 by 52. And now we can see the table of 2 tens are, and 2 26 times, 2 5s are, and 2 13s are. 5 by 13. 5 by 13 is the answer for the choice of the queen or a prime number. And let me block this answer. Okay, now the next part is a number which is divisible by 3 or 5. A number which is divisible by 3, or card bearing the number which is divisible by 3 or 5. Third part is probability of picking up of a card divisible by 3, by 3 or 5. Okay, as we have to discuss the situation of the card having the number which is divisible by 3 or 5, so I'm not holding the pictured card. I have the cards of diamond with me. Now from these cards, I have to pick up the cards numbers which are either divisible by 3 or 5. 2, 3, 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me move towards this side so that the picture can come in the screen. 8, 9, and 10. Let me move towards this side. Okay, and 10. Okay, now students, see, I have to pick up those cards which are divisible by 3. So the divisible by 3, the first card is 3, then 6, and then 9. These are the numbers from the diamonds which are divisible by 3. And now from 5, with the numbers which are divisible by 5, they are 5 and 10. Remaining cards, let me remove from this space. Okay, now from one suit, there are 3 cards which are divisible by 3, and there are 2 cards which are divisible by 5. Now listen and understand. If from one suit we are having 3 cards which are divisible by 3, then from 4 suits we will have 12 cards which will be divisible by 3. And if from one suit we are having 2 cards which are divisible by 5, then from 4 suits or from the whole pack there will be 8 cards which will be divisible by 5. So I hope by performing this experiment my students will become really clear about this situation. Okay, now probability of the number which is divisible by 3 will be 3 and 4 multiplied by 4 is 12 by 52. and plus 5. From the diamonds we are having 2 cards, 5 and 10. So from the pack they will be 8 by 52. Really easy questions. And now what we can do is we can take the LCM. This is 52, and 12 plus 8 is 20 by 52, and 2 tens are, and 2 26 times, 2 5 times, and 2 13 times. So the probability will be equal to 5 by 13. 5 by 13. I hope you are clear about this situation, and let me block this answer. Okay, let's move to the next part. Neither a king nor a jack. Neither a king nor a jack. So this is the fourth part, and it says neither a king nor a jack. Jack. Okay, now try to understand the question that we are not supposed to pick up the card which is a king or a jack. King or a jack. Okay, if we look at the first part, we can see we have the answer for probability of king or jack with us. Now probability of king and jack, they are the probability of king or jack, or neither a king or a jack, they are complementary events, mutually exclusive events, they are disjoint events. So what we can do is that we have the answer of that part with us. So I will be using the concept of complementary events. 1 minus 2 by 13, and this can give me 13. 13 minus 2, and which is equal to 11 by 13. I hope students, you really have enjoyed the discussion of this question, and this question is really important according to your O-level examination as well. Please watch and understand this question carefully, so that the next question and next situations will become easy for you. And let's move to question number 6, and let's read the question from the book. Question 6 says, when a golfer plays any hole, the probabilities that he will take 4, 5 or 6 are 1 by 14, 2 by 7 and 3 by 7 respectively. He never takes less than 4 strokes. He never takes less than 4 strokes. Calculate the probability that in the playing a hole he will take 4 or 5 strokes, 4, 5 or 6 strokes, more than 6 strokes. Okay, let's try to understand the question again. And I always ask it to my students to underline important terms of the question and write down the data in short form. That probability of playing 4 is that he will take the score 4 is 1 by 14, and probability of 5 is 2 by 7, and probability of 6 is 3 by 7. Okay, then we 4 or 5, probability of 4 or 5 strokes. In the first part we have to find the probability of 4 or 5 strokes. Probability of 4 strokes is 1 by 14 plus 2 by 7. Take the LCM. If the LCM is good and tables are good, the questions will really be easy. LCM will be 14 here, because 7 and 14 gives you 14. 7 ones are and 7 twos are. Now 1 plus 7, how many times is 14? 2. That will give me again 2. 2 times is 4, and 5 by 14. I hope this is clear. Then 4, 5 or 6 strokes. Probability of 4, 5 or 6 strokes. Okay, Now you can see that the answer of 4 and 5 strokes, 4 or 5 strokes is already given in the question. You have calculated in the previous part. You can bring that answer down. That is 5 by 14. 5 by 14 and plus 3 by 7. 3 by 7, and this is 14. LCM 5. 7 2 times is 14. 2 3s are 6, and that will give me 11 by 14. 11 by 14. More than 6 strokes. More than 6 strokes. So this is the third part. Probability more than 6 strokes. So probability of stroke greater than 6. So if he is taking 4, 5 or 6, the probability is 11 by 14. So I can take it 1 minus 11 by 14, and then I have to take the LCM here. 14, 11 of here I have the denominator 1. 1 how many times is 14? 14 minus 11, and which is equal to 3 by 14. I hope really interesting lesson, and this lesson is teaching us the rules of the games of everyday life as well. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.